Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
For over a decade, I'd lovingly cultivated a native habitat in a small common area right outside my fence line. It started small, with formal HOA approval, but over the years, it transformed into a vibrant micro-ecosystem, humming with pollinators and local wildlife. It was a point of pride for me and many neighbors, a living testament to low-water landscaping and ecological stewardship. Then, Roger Taggart became our HOA president. Roger was, shall we say, a proponent of the uniform lawn aesthetic. He made no secret of his disdain for my wild patch, despite its official approval. He often grumbled about it being unkept and out of character for our meticulously manicured community. His complaints grew louder, especially after I learned he was actively pushing to get his nephew's fledgling landscaping company some HOA contracts. His pet project: replacing my native habitat with a generic, high-maintenance lawn, presumably at an inflated rate. The hammer fell in early spring. I received an official notice from the HOA, signed by President Taggart, stating that all non-approved flora, structures, and personal property must be removed from the common area adjacent to Lot 14B within 7 days. It went on to clarify that failure to comply will result in forfeiture of said items to the HOA, which will then be responsible for their removal and disposal at the homeowner's expense. The kicker: a new addendum to the community guidelines, which Roger had pushed through, broadly defined approved flora in such a way that my meticulously selected native plants were now technically non-approved. He clearly thought I couldn't possibly clear a decade's worth of established habitat in a week, and he'd be left with a turnkey site for his nephew's lawn installation, while also charging me for the cleanup. I read that letter a dozen times, each time a new wave of cold fury washing over me. All non-approved flora, structures, and personal property. Fine. If Roger wanted literal compliance, he was going to get it. I spent a day documenting everything with my camera. The plants, the custom-built birdhouses, the intricate drip irrigation system I'd installed, even the carefully placed river rocks that provided basking spots for small lizards. I then made calls. I rented a mini excavator and hired a couple of strong backs for the week. My neighbor, Laura Wilkerson, offered her truck for hauling. We worked tirelessly. Not only did I dig up every single native plant I'd introduced, many of which found new homes with grateful neighbors, but I also removed the nutrient-rich topsoil I had brought in over the years to amend the poor-quality clay. I disassembled the custom trellises, pulled out the automatic irrigation lines, and loaded up every single rock, bird bath, and birdhouse. I left nothing. When the 7 days were up, the common area wasn't just cleared. It was a barren, compacted patch of original, unamended clay earth, arguably in a worse state than it had been before I started my project a decade ago. It was an environmental wasteland, utterly unprepared for a simple lawn installation. The fallout was immediate and delicious. Roger, upon seeing the desolate patch, looked like he'd swallowed a lemon. His nephew's landscaping quote, which had been based on a relatively level, pre-existing garden bed, suddenly skyrocketed. They now had to factor in extensive soil amendment, aeration, and leveling before even thinking about laying sod. Other residents, having enjoyed the wildlife and beauty of the habitat, were openly dismayed and grumbled loudly about Roger's heavy-handed tactics and the new eyesore. I heard through Laura that the HOA board was now questioning the massive increase in landscaping costs for that common area, putting Roger squarely in the hot seat. The original easy profit for his nephew was now a costly headache for the HOA and for Roger's presidency. Turns out, sometimes the best way to fight a bad rule is to follow it precisely. Be careful what you wish for, especially when you're dealing with someone who takes instructions literally.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.